we have this incredible vehicle, right? And there's so many ways that we can use this to tune in and to check in and to tune up what's going on in our body. One of the first things that we notice when we're starting to tip out of alignment is the whole body will actually start to roll forward. We're getting pulled down by gravity. And then when we're adding elements in our environment, such as our mobile devices, our watches, stress, tension, fear, worry, blame, shame, guilt, whatever you want to call it, it's actually going to cause this tightness and tension that holds in our fascia. Our anatomical position, right, is generally like stacked. If we think of our bodies like a building, right, everything in here has a place, every single organ, every single cell, and it's held by this intelligent and quantum organ fascia. Now, fascia is made up of collagen, elastin, hyaluronin, and of course moves and glides with this water-like, plasma-like consistency they call H3O. Now, whenever we move into tension, as in we move into our spinal sympathetic state in our nervous system, what's going to happen is that fascia grips and grabs on. And if we practice that day in and day out, so say we might be, for an environmental factor, we might be sitting in a chair for the past 5, 10, 15, 30 years, that is going to cause an environmental stress on our body, and that's going to create our building and shape our building to be a certain way. That fascial tissue is actually going to start to cause an adhesion, as in a buildup of collagen, so collagen without the elastin, and it forms this tightness and adhesion into the area, right? And basically what that does is it causes all these blockages within the body, meaning that it stops our flow, right? Again, the fascia is trying to support the body because we are constantly falling forward. And what we have to recognize and understand that it's not just these physical stresses that are all around us pulling us forward, but it's actually emotional and mental as well. So the words we speak to ourselves carry a vibration, they carry an energy. So if I'm in constant judgment of myself or criticism, or I'm looking in the mirror and I'm hating what I see, that is causing this fascial tension, and it's actually sending my nervous system into a spinal sympathetic state. We need to look at these bodies as the things that show up, right, in our bodies, which we may not like, as these incredible messages from our body so that we can actually bring our structure and our vehicle back to balance. If things are starting to fall inwards, we are going to experience what is called pain. Pain is a messenger. We need to actually look at the site of the cause. So we're not looking to treat the pain, but we're looking to treat the site, right, that is causing the pain, generally from downstream, right? If we can then work with the fascia to help melt through these adhesions, then we start to bring everything back into the vehicle, back to some sort of flow. It's kind of like your mum's Tupperware drawer, right? You'll know that if all the Tupperware is everywhere, you can't find a single lid to fit onto the tub that you're trying to find. Our bodies are exactly the same. So the fascia will end up chaotic and dense and thick and dehydrated if we are constantly in a state of stress, whether that be emotional, physical, mental, or due from our environment. So really pay attention to what your body is trying to tell you and whereabouts it is pulling forward, where you're experiencing pain, and actually asking yourself the question, well, what is it that I am doing that's causing my body to move out of this alignment that's causing these sites of pain? If you'd like to know more, I have my next foot, knee and hip health immersion at the Anna Studio on January the 14th from 12 o'clock p.m. There's only a couple of spots available and I'd love to share this with you.